Hello and welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be starting in just a second. Just a second. There's a 1+1 banner today. And we'll see what we can get. We shall see what we can get. We'll get that summon there. Hyperion, yes please. We'll just do a quick arena attack. I don't think my team's geared. It's been messing up the gear stuff a lot. Is my team geared? My team's geared. I think something's gone wrong with a lot of my autos, not just in arena and in a couple of places in the game. Like my guild boss autos completely messed up. I will show it in a second. Okay, get this one out of the way. Hopefully quickly. I'm not sure why they're playing so far back. Who have they got in there? Wrath. Okay. That should be it. Okay. Okay. I'll just do my guild boss autos and I don't know, maybe you'll see. But my autos are kind of messed up a little bit. I don't know why. I think it's my Nightmare 4. Everyone's geared. Right, let me just check actually that she is geared properly. No, but that's fine. It's like my Eloin doesn't get placed sometimes, which is kind of weird. Like if you just watch it down here, and then my Silas gets nuked a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there. Like I haven't changed anything with anyone. It might be on my Nightmare 4 rather than my Nightmare 3. Like the next time I put Eloin down, she doesn't get put down for like 20 seconds for some reason. It's really bizarre actually. We will see in a second though. Okay, that worked that time. I think it's my Nightmare 4 is just kind of messed up. I'm not sure why. Okay. Yeah, placed her down fine this time. I'll just see my Nightmare 4. I need to actually have it recorded. I mean, there's no way I can say, hey, it used to be better than this, but I don't know. We'll just watch Eloin. Because I'm pretty sure one of her placements is just really, really late. For some reason. Dolores not going off. That happens quite a lot, to be honest. Okay, we'll sell. No. Am I placing Elowen? Look, Elowen's just not getting placed for some reason. And sometimes some of my people die because of it. Yeah, there we go. Silas sometimes dies. It's so weird, like 15, 20 seconds. Obviously it's times 3.5, so it doesn't seem like that long, but fortunately it doesn't affect my 50k, but it just seems so weird that it would suddenly just stop placing a character. I don't know what's going on there. What's up, Seo? Welcome to the stream. It's like a couple of my autos have kind of messed up, actually. Not just Guild Boss. I had to redo a couple. I know there was something that was changed with some Raid Regen stuff, but like it shouldn't affect placement, right? Because that was a placement issue. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is there. I don't know what the problem is. So today we are going to be doing 1+1 summons. I wasn't sure if people actually wanted me to do some, but I did get asked by someone to do it. So I think we've got Parko's summons at some point today. I'm probably going to do mine as well. So I might kick things off with my summons. And then we can do other people's that want to do 1+1. That way I can finish my background fights as well, which would be nice. Do we get a couple more summons? We get one more summon. Try and use as many blues as possible. And I'm just going to hit the 1+1. I'm not going to go any further. So let me just do a little intro. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do mine. Here we go. Hello and welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and in this video we are going to be doing some 1+1 summons for anyone who wants me to do them, but we will kick things off with my own, which I normally finish on my own, like summons, but we're going to actually start on my own summons. And you can see I've got 73 rare summons. Hopefully we don't start eating into the diamonds. I want to save diamonds for all the characters that are going to be coming out in the future. There's the content creator diamonds obviously accumulated over a vast amount of time. I'm going to just kick things off. Like I say, hopefully we get the legendary nice and early. I don't want to go too deep. I think I'm like straight off of the last legendary really, so we could have to dive into the diamonds a little bit. I've been doing the single pulls for the events that have been going on, obviously. Getting my, what is it, the knives and the cogs and stuff like that. We haven't even got an epic yet. Not even an epic. Nothing but text. I'll get some diamonds back. There we go. I didn't actually see the epics in this. There probably is not a new one. They did say they would be introducing some new epics over this year, which they've kind of kept to the promise of. Deimos. Let me just see who the promoteds are. The promoted. There's no promoted epics in 1+1. That's right. It's a shame you don't get any kind of boost to epics at all. Yeah, that's that. Okay, we've got everything done here. We shall continue. Another epic. In terms of who I'm hoping for, I'm hoping for a Lord. I'm gonna go straight out and say I want to get a Lord. Toreador would be great. Getting some awakenings on Toreador. I'm using him quite a lot. Other than that, I don't think there's any awakening that I've really got my eyes out on. Maybe, I can't remember her name. She's the melee cultist that does not back. I didn't get her for a longest time, and I finally did get her. And I've skilled her up recently because she's part of my Conqueror team now, and she obviously secures me triple S quite nicely. Maybe some awakenings on her would be good, because I only have her A0. My first Valeria, my first Valkyra, you know, maybe. I'm being told that that character is called Magda, that's it, Magda. We're going to have to start diving into the diamonds. I think I've done around about 80 summons. 80, this is into 90. And I think I was maybe 10 or 20 in, so we might have to go a little ways. We are not getting much epic fortune, but I don't think there's a summoning event on this weekend. You know, so it's... Oh, I was like, am I going to get all the blues? There is a rival of heroes, but that isn't as big a deal as the actual event itself. We have to get tons of points to get the epic skill crystals and the legendary skill crystals. Well, we're getting taxed through the roof. I better get something crazy there, this one. I wouldn't actually mind a Valeria Valkyria, the double Vals in my 1+1. I've never got either of them. It'd be nice. Okay, we do get an epic. We're about, I'd say we're about 30 away from getting this character max. Tazira did seem a bit rarer randomly. But she, I think they have said they've equalized the character odds. You can check it in the obtainable thing. If you go in here, you can check it in here in terms of like, it says when there's no rate up or pity triggered, the above heroes will share the base drop rate equally. Each hero's drop rate is basically it's divided by the same amount. So every single character has the same rarity. I wouldn't mind more like Beatrix as well, actually. I think I have her A1 though, which is pretty good. She did get quite a big buff. If you've got a Beatrix and you haven't really looked at her since you pull her, I don't blame you, but she's really, really powerful now. Real powerful. Okay, we should be on it. There we go. There we go. Who are we gonna get? New characters. New characters would be nice. Awakenings on good characters. Who's the first one? Okay, I'll take a Twyla. I think this is... It's not my first. I'm not exactly sure what this is. A1 maybe? I'm not too sure. The video animation took ages, so... She did recently get a new skin. I did not get the new skin. There we go. It is not new, as you can see. But she is a pretty good character. I will take that. Who's the second character going to be? That is an Artemis, who, again, is not new, but I'll take that. I use Artemis. And I think maybe his usage in the new GR1 stages will be pretty good. Let me just see what awakenings I'm going to be getting those characters to. I don't think it's anything too crazy. First, we have Artemis. And Artemis is A1. I think that's where he gets crit rate base. During the ultimate increases crit rate. So like you can build him with less crit. And then you can get him 100% crit when he does his ult. And he only does damage when he does his ult. So that is pretty legit. And the other character I got was a nightmare character in Twyla, who I think is A1 too. She's indeed. And A1 is, after triggering the ultimate 4 times, increases every single instance of the range blade damage by 30%. So it just basically means a damage increase. And this means in boss content, she's going to be better. I think she's meant to be really good with awakenings in Semra because of things like this. Like, she just effectively gets a perma buff after being in the fight for a long amount of time. And that's a long fight anyway. So, yeah, I'm not too unhappy about that. No new characters. The Vals will have to wait. Valkyria and Valeria will have to wait. But that's my 1+1. And, yeah, like I said, I'm not too mad. Okay, that wasn't too bad, guys. That wasn't too bad. They're both pretty good characters. I can't complain. The Valeria Valkyria combo is going to have to wait to another day. Unfortunately. How are we doing? What's up, Cygnus? What's up, Minerva? Welcome to the stream. Should I summon? What do you think? I have 26 summons and 30k diamonds. I think you should wait. If you haven't got a massive amount of summons, I'd wait. Cratch and Valeria. See, I think that is pretty bad. If you get dwarfed, it's pretty bad, but Valeria is pretty solid still. Like, unique characters are so useful just because you can choose in certain scenarios. Like Gay Dungeon 2, obviously, Valeria is great. Okay, we cleared everything down here, but I didn't get anything out of it. 3 fragments and 15 diamonds and some energy. Okay. I don't think we're coming first, but I don't think this is a crazy weekend for summoning. So maybe, who knows? Some more lucky roulette. Okay. Okay. What's up, Parker, as well? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Francis? Daylight, hello, hello. No, I'm feeling a dwarf. I did not get dwarf. I did not get dwarf, thankfully. Thankfully. Twilight's maybe a little short, but not a dwarf. Don't curse him. Yeah, I didn't read that. If I would have read it, I would have been cursed for sure. Yeah, I can't complain. My characters are pretty good. Do you want me to do your summons, Parko? Are you ready for the summons? Let me just clear out everything I've got going. Oh, it's just my stuff's running, so it's like, yeah. Let me just let this run a little bit more, just to get the energy. I always pull that stupid Gratch. I think I've got him A1. Isn't he in this group? Yeah, A1. Oh no, that's a Zor. Cratch is part of Watchers. I might have him A0, to be honest. A0. Yeah, I've been dwarfed a few times. I did get broke here twice in a session, but that's the dwarf. That kind of dwarf's alright. He's a pretty decent dwarf. I'm a bit into 20, so shouldn't take much. Nice, nice. Let me just finish these couple of runs just so my energy will refresh a little bit. Not that I really care. I've got cans and stuff, but it's always nice to get the free energy. My best 1+1 was Silas and Magna. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would have taken her for sure. I would have. I have A5 broke here. He's the only good one. Yeah, pretty much, right? Although that rare dwarf has been pretty has gone up in the ratings. Where is he? Him. Borut. You can do Gear Dungeon 2 Stage 10 with Borut. So I think you have to rate a dwarf if that's the case. But most of the dwarfs are pretty crap. Most of them are pretty bad. Oh man. Broker is legit as hell though. Like he's so good, he's OP. He doesn't make up for the rest of the dwarves being bad, but he's like harnessed all their lack of power, and he was so OP for the longest time. He's still really powerful. Like in GVG, he's really hard to get through. I don't like that his beard, the metal plate that he's got on, is kind of like, it looks like it's melded to his beard, so like he can move his head. It should have like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's not made of metal. He's moving his head around. That's only a bit. We won't pay too much attention to that. Won't pay too much attention to that. Okay, we can jump onto your account now, Parker. We won't pay too much. Okay, Parko. There's your email. Let's switch onto your account. Email address. Okay, check your email, Parko. Broker is the god of the dwarfs, indeed. Indeed. I think my best 1+1, I got a Twin Fiend and a Kamet. I think it was before I had Kamet A5. You know, I think it was my first or second Twin Fiend, which are obviously the good ones. I think it was my first. And it was really, really early on, so it was legit as hell. And that was when the odds were kind of skewed away from getting like good characters. A little bit better now. Okay, logging into your account now, Paco. I like a Beelzebub, seems a very fun character. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. You also claimed Elowen from that pack, I guess. Getting her as a dupe would be good. Oh, cough. Her A1 and A3 are really good. I just got her to A3. And the reason I got her to A3 is because she is in here. And I bought that. So I got her to A3. And an A3 means like any of her heals have a 20% chance to cleanse somebody, which is really useful on anything where that cleanse can happen. Just because it just basically like relieves a little bit of pressure. Like say you're on Semra and you're on the poison part of Semra. Yeah, sure, it doesn't really make much difference. You're going to cleanse them anyway in like 10 seconds, but or like 15 seconds. But if you cleanse them early, you don't have to heal them, and you can focus the heals on the rest of the group. It's actually pretty useful. Okay. Should we claim all your stuff? I'll claim the stuff that I can see, just in case. Let me see if you get a summon from this. Wait, is this your account? Yeah, this is your account, right? I was like, it seems very familiar. But yeah, it's your account. Okay. You've got some ancients. How are you doing on your ancients? I've managed to get up to 120 again. 100, nice. Nice. Have you done your refreshes here? You have, but I'll buy that. There we go. Okay. Let me put your name on the board. Okay. I'm forced to skip this time. 1+1 is good. Don't get me wrong. I think, didn't you get good pulls in your last summons anyway? I think you got pretty good pulls in your last summons. You got a Twyla, right? I think you got a Twyla. She's pretty good. I don't think you can complain too much. The last summons you did were pretty decent. Now you should save until like the next limited and decide if you need that limited, basically. That's the way to go. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we have some more summons. We are moving on to Parko's account on the 1+1. He says he's a little bit into pity, so this might not take the greatest amount of time. So like 30, 60, 90, about 95 or so, something like that. 94, 95 with the singles that we saw as well. So we're looking at like 80 to 90 summons max, but obviously if we don't get into the diamonds, would be nice. Try and use as little summons as possible for Parko. He does want a Beelzebub. He was very fortunate to get Torador recently. He took Elwyn out of his legendary pack, so his focus on what the characters he wants has moved on to Beelzebub, who is a pretty good character. Obviously, have had a bit of a come up with the release of new content. The new oh, we get a Lunaria. The new codex we get early, 30 summons. The new codex does not require him, but it doesn't make it very easy. So we'll see what we're gonna get. Very early on, 30 summons. Constance, first Constance is good. She is like the melee version of Dolores, so very nice. I do not believe that Parko has Praetus. I think he has Ingrid, but would obviously be able to use an Ingrid team. It's pretty decent. Who's the +1? It's Crodor, and that isn't a new character, so it is a dupe. Crodor was an event character back in the day. He looks so good. Like he's definitely the troll. But yeah, he is actually going to be in Divines like randomly tomorrow. Definitely wouldn't pull for that, but I'm guessing this is going to be an A1. We will check. We didn't have to go too far either, so he's still got the rares, the rare summons, which is nice. 30 summons. We'll just check what his Crodor has become. Let's jump to Northerners. Crodor. He's really good for the tank codex. When gaining shield strength increases by 20%. So he gains more, powerful shield, which isn't terrible for a tank. Defense, basic attack restores an additional fit. I mean, that's not too bad either. His awakenings don't seem like crazy bad, but he's pretty much only useful in like 1 or 2 areas of the game. Constance is a bit more useful. She's good in Semra. She's good in basically anything that could have a ground unit that does damage, like damage boost. She's actually good in the current codex, in the Conqueror codex with Cyrus as the bad guy. I've seen a lot of people use her there. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hopefully Hopefully Parko's happy with the summons. Not too many summons that needed to be done to get those characters either, which is a big bonus. But yeah, thank you very much, Parko. Enjoy those characters. How are you doing on your... Like, your team's pretty good for Conqueror now. Like, who do you use? Magda, yeah, you definitely need to use Magda. Your team's pretty much the same as mine. Your team is reasonably similar to mine. Like, I have Arrogance instead of Valkyra. You don't have Arrogance, do you? No. Arrogance is legit at this. But her like boost, her damage buff is so good. This one. Like 20% damage boost to adjacent characters. Let me see your auto, I'll just check. Happy with Constance, sure. She's actually pretty good. I got my first Constance reasonably recently. Oh, you're doing it like that. Oh, no. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher on this. My very recent wasn't all that good. I thought you got some decent ones in your res. I honestly can't remember. I know you've got like a crazy ancient summon. We'll leave it as it is here. I'll just give her some... I'll give her Wukongs. What's her gear right now? Yeah, we'll give her Ingrid's. We'll give her... Have you got another set of that? We'll give her hers. Oh, where did she go? She is. And we need to gear her really well as well. Like, she gets the most damage for you. So if anything, she needs the best gear. Okay, that's not very good. We'll probably give her... We'll give her this, so she gets a bit more attack. And then we'll give him proper damage gear. Like, have you got like good gear on your Silas? No. Her? Yeah, that's decent. Kind of, not really high crit. Use this set a lot. Aegis Wrath. I hate Aegis Wrath. That's not 100% crit. That's a nice piece though. I'm not sure if best gear is on the characters. Yeah, we'll give it a little spin with some other stuff. Okay. Attack speed, no thank you. Okay, we'll just he's more supplementary. And has he got 0% crit right now? Yeah, we just need him to have crit, to be honest. It doesn't really matter too much what else. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. And then let's see. Let's see. No. I thought the last summons we were laughing at how bad it was and how crazy the one before it is. That'll do, Donkey. Well, whatever you got. I thought, like, if you can remember what you got. I remember your ancients weren't crazy though. Your ancients were absolutely crazy. What's your score that you get? Like 1 million. I think you get like just dead on 1 million. We have Ardea covering Torador because Ardea is going to be doing crazy damage. She could go central, but yeah, Volker does enough there. Is it just? Okay. We'll do some ults just to get the procs. Hopefully get you in the top 10% or something. Or at least a higher grade. Is anyone else summoning? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. When I put on Discord, not too many people were too interested. No one came back to me, except you and like today. So I didn't think anyone was interested. 1+1 is, I mean, it's a fun banner. It's not like vital, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna break your score for sure. Maybe get SS plus. I don't think we're getting much more than SS plus, but you never know. The wall's not going to hold for very much longer. Did Abomination die? It looked like he did the death animation, like the revive animation. That should put you up. I think you were top 27% before. So you went up 1 grade, but hopefully you're in the top something percent. 17. 17. Give you a little bit more rewards. 2 shards and 100k gold and 100 of those. Yeah. Very nice. Like, you can throw constants in this team. I'm not sure where people put constants, if I'm honest. But you can throw constants in this team. Your Ardea is just doing crazy damage. Yeah, like, you could potentially replace him with constants. You know, could try that now. Oh no, we can't because it's not built. But like, maybe you could do that in the future. This has only got today left, so I wouldn't say it's worth rushing constants on the skill ups and stuff. You haven't maxed Ardea. I'm surprised. She's like really good. You're a little short on the skill crystals still. I know that's why you're having a lot of troubles. Volker's really good too. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. That's the toughest part of the game, honestly. In general, forget about like for any, like, just in general. Skill ups are the hardest part. I don't think there was an event on today, was there? No. And you probably wouldn't have come very high in your Arrival of Heroes. You did 30 summons. You did finish it down the bottom, so claim those rewards. But you won't. You might come 3rd place. But that's not too bad. What was it? Was it 30? It was like 30 or 40. Yep. 30 summons and the 1+1. You were like 90 and whatever, but it's always nice. I've got in like the first 10 before, just such a nice feeling. I think when I got in my first 10, I got Apsan and Cratch, or Apsan and Azor. It was probably the worst possible 10 you could get, like the 1+1 you could get, but it was in the first 10, so I'm not complaining. Not complaining. It's slow going. Yeah, skill crystals are tough, and especially like they do give you extra skill crystals now, but you have to get another 10,000 points in Corridor of Glory to get that extra skill crystal, which just means you're effectively converting your energy into skill crystals because you've got to farm more XP. Obviously, you've got to find the 2 stars to even level up in the first place. I think that side of things is pretty bad, but I got Edith and Crash for my first one. I can't remember what I got in my first. I'd have to go back and look, but Yeah, I cannot remember what I got my first. Abomination died. Yeah, he got revived by Valkyra's revive. I saw like the kind of like angel. I think it was like an angel wing thing happen around him. But yeah, that's it. That's it for a little look at your account, Parko. Congrats on the characters. Constant's pretty good. I'm gonna jump back to my account. Was there anyone else who wanted 1+1 today? Bit of a lackadaisical summoning weekends. The quiet before the storm, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let me... I know there's a bunch of new characters coming out. There's like meant to be like some poison meta team. Okay, I'm off your account, Parker. Yeah, no worries. It's all good. I appreciate you for letting me do them. It's hard to know how good that poison team's going to be. I'm sure they're going to make it good, or, you know, if it isn't good, they'll try and fix the issue and buff characters, you know, but yeah. Okay, I've got some stuff to artifact. Have you had a crack at the new... I have not had a real go at it, to be honest. I haven't had much time. I've had like some appointments the last couple of days. And I was at my parents midweek, so I had a look at Gear Raid 2, and that looked straightforward enough. I could maybe have a go at that on stream, but yeah. Okay. I did get my first Silas artifact, and then like the next 10 I got 2 of them in one 10, I think, or it was like it was 2 in back to back. The Somi. Okay. Let me see. Where is Silas? Silas is way down now. Is he good? Or am I just blind? Look how far. He used to be my second highest power on my account. That's mad. Oh, it was just... Oh, no, it was 2. So I think I got 2 in a 10 for the Eye of Penitence. I don't think it's good until you get like 3 or 4 versus a Spirit Siphon. But once you get to 3 or 4, I think it outperforms Spirit Siphon maxed. Did you finish the Tower of Deception? I did not. I did not, actually. How much time do I have to do that? Like, I've been just so busy. How do I get to that again? Is it in here? I've got 8 days. Okay. Does it go on past this? It's an up thing. Oh no, it's just the background, alright. I did see people saying it's crazy impossible. and like they're just whale accounts. But I'm sure people have beaten it, right? 35 is probably the max. Have 100 people beaten it? Yeah, I mean 100 people have beaten it. What about in our guilds? 27 is the highest. 21 was the first weekend. I think most people just haven't really had a go at it. Just because it's got, you know, 8 days left. I mean, the early stages were okay. It did start getting a bit crazy. The limitations, I guess you don't have to do it. You could just do it without the ticks. And you just get the first reward. Just at least so you can move on. Does it show it doesn't show how much power is needed. I think it goes up to 1.1 million, doesn't it? That's what it's kind of felt like it was going to do anyway. 650 to 800. And or is it 800 to 1 million and then 1 million to 1.2? Sounds about right. The rewards didn't seem that great. I'm going to be completely honest. For the grind, it didn't seem that great. But there are stage rewards that it wasn't listing, I think. I could be wrong. Okay, this is stage 15. Yeah, what it's not listing those, I don't think. Oh no, it is. There was extra rewards where it wasn't listing. I don't know where they are. Maybe it was the hidden chamber? No. Like, for how tough it was, I don't know. But yeah. I think this is a problem the game's got, just because it's waited so long to do decent updates. It's aiming so high on the updates, and people are like, why is everything... There's big jumps between content power, you know? Like, I talked about it in the Artifact Material Raid, it was obvious. Actually, Artifact Material Raid is less obvious. They did a pretty good job of making 1920 a reasonably decent step. But people breeze through that quite easily, and I think because of that, the difference between 21, like, you're looking at 30k jumps, then it goes to 130k, then it's going 100k per jump. And I've checked out a couple of how these pieces of content work. They just don't work like the previous pieces of content, so it's like a completely different stage. It's sad, but I think this game did so well compared to Raid Shadow Legends for a long time. And then I think this is where Raid Shadow Legends does things better. Like, they have a better continuation of content than Watcher of Realms does. Like, when Raid Shadow Legends expanded their stages, I think it was better. But it is what it is, you know. Maybe they'll come back and dress it sometime. I don't know. I'm not sure when the next faction trial stages come out. I didn't see anything talked about with that. There's meant to be all of them going up to 45 thing. I'll have to check those out. Should I give GR2 a try? I haven't really... I put my team together and I was like, could Magda work? I think I put Magda in here and then it's like, nah, she's not going to work. And then I realised that I was trying to do it a certain way where my characters were behind the tanks. Like, my tanks would be up here and the characters would be behind them looking up. But the characters have frontal AoE, or like penetration damage, effectively, like a line damage. So you have to put them in the corners. Like, there isn't really too much more you can do. And you kind of have to use melee characters, because if you don't use melee characters, your other characters don't really have enough HP. I'm not sure who I've got who does decent amount of damage like that. Arrogance, maybe? Could bring Torador. Where is Torador? I've got Razak in here just for the farm. Who took his set? Someone stole his set. Huh. Yeah. Xena. I don't have her skilled up, so I'll use characters I have skilled up first. We won't do that. The issue is I haven't skilled her up either. So yeah. So okay, we've got all the damage reduction in now. And then now, next up, we need to actually bring in some damage. Might not even need all of them, to be honest. The problem is none of these are good healers. None of them are good healers. So the tanks are fine, it's just the healing. This reminds me of stage... I can't remember what stage it reminds me of. Stage like 16, 17. It's like they've gone backwards on the stages. Because I don't like... This content was so unique and they've made it not unique anymore. It is a shame that they took a backward step like that, but it is what it is. So I just need to heal better. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much as simple as that. Yeah. He's attack based here, so like he should heal a little bit. I mean, Medan would be good because she has the defense bonus, but she doesn't heal very good either. She heals pretty bad. She heals pretty bad. I think healers in general are pretty bad in Watcher of Realms, though, to be honest. Like single target heals have to out heal AoE damage. It's fantastic, that is. Okay. And then we have to give them attack with the rage regen. Maybe I just don't put in arrogance because it's just an extra heal. I don't think I necessarily need it. Could be wrong, but oh, he instantly dies, that's right. I forgot that's how that worked. But the amount of damage reduction I've got on me right now is crazy. But still getting absolutely decimated. Oh, I think I had to do that, I didn't do it. Still getting absolutely decimated. It was a little bit better that time though. I mean, I might not have... I don't think you have to have the Alchan attack based if you're going to have her in reduction. So I can just have her tanked rather than anything. Because I don't think her kit scales off of anything when it comes to reductions. Like right now she's got barely any HP. Like, we don't care about her inspiration. which is based on her attack. Restores HP based on your target's max HP and the caster's attack. So she'll do a little bit, but I don't really care about her healing. Just don't want her to get nuked. No. So we just give her Oleg's gear. That'll be fine. So, I mean, unless someone else wants, someone's done it. I'm pretty sure it's done. I can only summon if people want me to. Kept the healers alive at least. Are they gonna die now though? Okay, it's not, I mean it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I just need to put him down a bit earlier so the damage comes out. Her rage regen is just high enough to get her ult off the second time, which is good. It's a bit slow. And he survived this time. Huh. I was going to sell him. I don't know how my tanks died and everyone else survived. Maybe it wasn't too slow. I don't know. I have to get really sweaty with it. I'm not really caring about the game at the moment. So I'm not going to get too sweaty with it. I don't think it gives me anything extra to go up the stages. From what I've seen, there's nothing extra. So as long as you're on 19, you're fine. The rest is just like for fun. So when I want to push stages, I'll push stages. I don't really care about pushing stages right now. I'm looking forward for some good banners, and you're gonna do my summons for the first time. That's great. I look forward to it as well, and we'll see what kind of character. I mean, we've got some like known factors when it comes to characters, but I've got your Parko thing on the screen still. But there are some unknown factors when it comes to summons too. I don't know if we've got like in-game art showing stuff yet. It doesn't look like it. think there's some on Discord. I think there is some on Discord. Aileen could be good, yeah. I haven't skilled her up. So that's what I'm saying, like, I can't afford... The game's built in such a way that you can't afford to skill up people just to check. You know? They have... what is she? She's Watcher. You can't just skill up people just to check. I've got her, right? I thought I had her. Is she not Watcher? What group is she? I'm pretty sure I had her. I don't have her. I do. Oh, she's Infernal. Okay. So I can't skill her up to see if she's good enough. And if characters aren't skilled up, they're not really going to do much. I will be honest, I don't like how this game does skill ups. I think it's much better done in a lot of other games where it has progressive skill ups. So like the first, well actually it does it to a reasonable extent first. So like the first skill ups is dust. But I think it just going from dust to skill crystals is too much of a jump considering you need 10 of them. There should be something else between dust and skill crystals. And then skill crystals are only needed for like the last 3 skill ups or something. I think that would be way better, but you know, like a lot of other character collector games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes does it better. Marvel Strike Force, these kind of games. Did I get a Twiler as well? I think I got a Twiler. I might actually start using Twiler now. Again, though, a character I don't think is skilled up. Because I got her late. Yeah, I got her late, so... I didn't get her when she was first released. I completed all the content. Yeah. Is what it is. The range blades. Let's just read that again. The ultimate 4 times increases every single instance of the range blades. Is that her... Each basic attack launch has a 25% chance to trigger the range blade. The trigger chance of the range blade increases by 5% each time the ultimate is cast up to 15%. So it goes to 40% chance, and then it gets a boost of 30% damage. So it goes to 50% damage 12 times. Is that right? That's a massive boost. It goes from like 240% up to 600%. That's such a massive boost. I mean, that's probably why people think she's great. Let me check her other awakening. She gets a attack boost, higher level ultimate. Her ultimate turnaround is pretty good. Upon taking fatal damage for the first time, becomes immune to death for 6 seconds and increases damage by 100%. For 6 seconds or just for the entire time? That was what I didn't... I think someone tested like War Guys or something. I'd be surprised it was just the entire time. Because then it's just like, you would let her die on purpose. She doesn't die, but then she gets a massive boost. Yeah. Okay. If there's nobody else who wants me to do their summons on the 1+1 banner, which is pretty much all there's going to be this weekend. She becomes very... Yeah, she looks like she gets quite strong at Awakened. What was her A3 again? It was just... Actually, was her A3 good? It was the duration of her ultimate by 5 seconds or something. She's really good against bosses. Like a lot of the top Samurai teams have Twiler in their team. Awakenings. I think it's just duration of the ult. So it goes to +5. And her ultimate lasts 20 seconds already with this 5 extra. So it'll be 25-second ult. And its skill cost would be 600. So she'll be like 60% regen a lot of the time. 50% regen. So if you're going to Guild Boss 2, you pick 2, and you go to World Rankings, there'll be a lot of Twilers in here, I think. Although she might have been pushed out a little bit. There's a Twyla. There's a Twyla. A0 Twyla. We'll see what kind of damage A0 Twyla does. 500 mil. But then A3. See, like, pretty much the same score. 423, 424. But A3 versus A0. A0 does less damage than Praetus, although the Praetus here is A4. And A1 Praetus does way more. Obviously, Wukong. I think I need to A3 my my Kajuri. Look at how much damage he's doing at A3. It's mad. He's nearly doing as much damage as Wukong at A3. And that's what all these guys have got is A3. I mean, that's not as much, but still. It would make things way easier for me. I don't know how that, like, either their Wukongs are not well built, or I don't know how they're keeping up. I don't know how they're keeping up. I mean, this is a pretty good build on him. If it's the right build, anyway. Not 100% crit rate. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to A3 my Kajuri. Where is he? I only pretty much use him in the Samurai boss. I've got 5 Awakening Stones. The Rage HP is not that big a deal. This is the big one, right? Within 10 seconds after Sweeping Strike is activated, each direct damage dealt inflicts additional damage 1 time equal to 35% of the direct damage. Within 10 seconds after Ember Strike is activated, each direct damage dealt inflicts additional damage 2 times, each time equal to 25% of direct damage. When either of these strikes triggers, trigger Swallow counter, the corresponding effect in this strike becomes permanent. And then Awaken 5. During the Tranquil Reflection will always trigger Swallow counter. You get such a big boost. Are you going to go for new Poison Lord lock? I mean, I might. The thing is, it's Ancients. I might get one roll of the dice. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Mike? Welcome to the stream. Have you done your summons this weekend? You tempted to do some 1+1 summons? I think if you get the Lord, you also need like some of the other characters too. Like I said, it is a bit of a roll of the dice. I have got enough for 1 pity. I think I'm like 60 or 70 in. Yeah. I still haven't claimed this, you know. I still haven't claimed this. I need Morrigan. That's it. The rest I've got. But Awakenings on some characters are better than Morrigan. I've got my brain always freezes on this character's name. I always think her name is Song. It's Demi. I don't know why I think her name is Song. So weird. So weird. There is another character coming out before that, but I'm not going for him. Some guy called Cassiel, but he's a non-lord. I would probably never pull Ancients for non-lords. Just because it's random. And B, the Lord is the more important thing in Ancients, to be honest. Demi is getting a buff. I mean, she's pretty strong as it is, to be honest. She is pretty strong as is. After all, what good is a Lord without anyone to back them up? Yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to work. I think they're going to join the same old groups. I mean, we've got this thing down the bottom saying unknown, but I think they just like have that there to like keep people air quotes excited. But I'm pretty sure these new lords are joining like Esotericists and stuff like that, and Nightmare, and yeah. Pretty sure. This got a push as well. 18,000. I think these 4 rewards are pretty bad. These ones weren't amazing when that got expanded. I remember when they originally removed the ancients as well. They should have put an ancient in here at this line. Like, that should have been an ancient. Just one ancient. Or the last one an ancient, and this is 2 res. That I would have pushed for this for sure if it was an ancient in the last line. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. What faction needs a good lord? I think all the factions have pretty good lords. I think Inferno's probably going to get a new lord, right? Because a lot of them have 2 now. Nightmare has 2. Oh no, wait, Nightmare has 1. Actually, most of them have 1. Like 1 extra, in, like in... I think Esotericist has 2, right? Or is it Esotericist is getting the 2nd? Arbiters only has 1. Legendary Lords. Chaos Dominion has the Epic plus 2 golds. I think pretty much all of them have good lords. Maybe North Throne, actually. It'd be cool to have like a range lord in this. They should make a more range lords. They don't have too many range lords, actually. I think he's the first range lord. Like marksman. Every other lord is either fighter, defender, healer, or mage. He's the only one that's marksman, I'm pretty sure, as a gold. And it makes sense, obviously, because he's part of the Star Piercers, but yeah. Should also be a divine for 18k. Yeah, they don't hand out divines that much. I've noticed with all these expansions, they don't hand out divines at all, really. Has anyone tried this Honor Gauntlet thing? I'm probably never gonna play it. I think Live Arena is probably one of the worst pieces of content that games, like gacha games, bring in. Most of the time, PvP in general is really bad, but Live Arena is terrible. Just because it's like you can only play it at certain times a day. I'm not sure if it's how it works when it comes to the time of day. Yeah, there we go. I can't play it for another 3 hours. So you can only play it at particular times of day. And the reason you can only play it at particular times of day is because if it was throughout the whole day, queues would be massive because it's trash. Like, it's always trash. It happens in every game. I played it in a couple of games. Live Arena is always bad. So if you make it so it can happen throughout the whole time, queues will just be way long. So they make it like, oh, you can only play it for these windows, so that people hopefully will go there at those windows. Oh, there's a new knapsack stuff today, isn't there? Enhanced gear 20 times. Alright. We'll do that. Let's just do some random stuff. That's one. Okay. The knapsack stuff is quite fun. They have done really bad knapsack stuff before. But generally speaking, it's quite fun. Like, this one's really easy because all you have to do is put those 4 in, and then generally the other ones are always going to fit. So this one's a really easy one. And that could probably be done like 5 or 6 different ways. Oh, this one's been done before, right? I think this one's been done before. I recall this one happening before. There we go. Oh, that's it. Okay. Only Wales play low arena. Pretty much. That's why it's trash. That is why it's trash. Like, PvP in gacha games is never been good. Like, there's never been a gacha game that's brought out good PvP, and that's because they have power discrepancy. The best one I ever saw was in No Man's Land. That was pretty good. And it's because you didn't fight, like, the enemy. You fought the base they set up, which was made of, like, walkers. It was the Walking Dead game. But it wasn't really, like, normal PvP. Like, I've played pure PvP, right? I played FPS games. So where you go into the field, they go into the field, and you've got exactly the same, like, build and kit, and it's about skill. Whereas there's no skill in gacha games, you know? It's not about skill in gacha games. Never has been. I maxed some of my characters for GR1, but need more attack, so need to get better gear. What stage you on? 19. It wasn't real-time PvP. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't real-time, but, like, it wasn't even real PvP. Like, you're fighting someone's... It wasn't even their characters that you're fighting, you know? You probably have to do 19 here first. This 19 is probably one of the easiest ones out of the 19s on GR3. GR2 obviously is the easiest, but GR3 you need damage, but it's like single target damage, which is easier to get like builds of. So if you complete GR319, you'll be able to get Soulbound Arcana, which is this set right here. This set. And then Soulbound Arcana makes GR1 so easy. Like, in comparison. I remember Parko messaging me that he got a set of Soulbound Arcana on his Wukong, and he was like, he's doing so much more damage. It's like, but yeah, this isn't even his stuff. What the hell? I need to rebuild my entire roster of gear, I think. I need to really dedicate some time. Because I also need to... Look, I've got 13,000 of these. I need to go through all this. To be honest, like... I need to do a lot of... Like, a lot of work needs to be done on my account. It's just... It's a ball ache, basically. Yeah, 19. Yeah, 19 is tough. 19's tough. Heal reduction. Although you got Lysair, right? Lysair's good. He does heal reduction. Or like heal block, should I say. So that's pretty good. Let me sell these bad boys. What about in here? Did I have any left in here? No. I need to do some of this today. Might as well get a couple of the summons. So I guess there might be an update coming next week, because they normally have things like this when there's an update. I'm not sure if there is. Or you don't get told the events next week. Maybe there, I think there's, isn't there something that was like added to the calendar? I don't see it. Max is level and ranked up. Some of his skills still lacking damage. Now, Lysair doesn't do damage. He blocks the heal that the boss has, so that other people's damage doesn't get healed back up that you do to enemies. Watch the animation of the boss, right? If you go into Gear Raid 1, 19, 20, and 21 are the same. You'll do damage. And, what team have I got here? Oh, this might be the team I was messing around on GR1 with. You'll do damage though. Right? And while you're doing the damage, it's nice. And you see so these characters getting kind of destroyed, which is good. And you'll see what happens is the boss does Forsaken Totem. That's the only skill that the boss does. And then you can see places down a hill. So either I have to out damage that hill, which I'm doing at this stage because Ingrid's crazy, or you have to heal block. Artemis can heal block, Lucia can heal block. So like this time around, these ones are actually pretty straightforward. Just put her in. So these next group generally are tankier, right? So when the Forsaken Totem comes in, what I can do is with Artemis, I can do his skill, and now they're heal blocked. So now they're not getting healed by the heal that's on the floor, as long as his ult's up, and it lasts around about the whole totem. And it just saves them getting healed back up, like basically countering the damage you've just done. You know? It saves you running into those issues. I think she's got no gear on. Who died? Oh damn. Ingrid died. So this is where it will be problematic. We shall wait. I've got no damage dealer right now. I'll be very surprised if we win this. Vienna's ungeared, which isn't helpful. You see that I mistimed his heal block now and everyone's healing back up. And that's what happens if you don't heal block. I think Demi has a heal block. I used Demi on GD2, sorry. Yeah, the girl we got recently isn't killing. Anora probably just needs better gear. Anora is 100% gear based. She can't be buffed. So she's all about her gear. She's like quite one-dimensional, but just needs really good gear. Like, you can look at my characters again if you want. That's alright. It's alright. I think it's going to be the same. Just Anora just needs really good gear. Single target gear seems to be the best stuff on her. I saw some content by Fastidious and so like Doom and then until you get Infernal Roar. So you get a really good Doom set, right? I don't have it because I played the game before that brought it in. But you just put the really good Doom set that you get for free. The one that has a tap bonus and like the scripted rolls. Put that on Anora. She does really good single target damage, and the little ice dragon that she summons does the same thing. Her ice dragon is the powerful thing. Does AoE damage and stuff as well. But it can't be buffed after it's summoned, so it's kind of messed up. So yeah, I think that's it for the stream, guys. Unless someone else wants me to do some summons for them. I think you just gotta focus on GR3 daylight. That's pretty much the aim. Does anyone want me to do summons? Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else? I'm saving. No worries, Cygnus. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens next weekend. Maybe another summoning weekend that's going to be on the horizon. But that's it for this little stream, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to Parco for letting me do those summons. I appreciate it. I'll hopefully have that video up tomorrow. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next stream or video. Have a good week. Bye-bye.